Welcome to our podcast.
It is Klaus
Kross.
and KONVOS.
Yeah.
We are here again.
We are here again.
Yo, it's been a week.
It's been a week, yeah. It's been one.
It's been a week.
It's been a beautiful week, yeah. It's been ups and downs actually, because a lot of people are still mad about the election results.
Okay, now I was wondering what the down part is.
Yeah,
I guess,
a lot of people are mad about the election results. I'm losing Instagram followers in troves.
Oh,
and
okay.
Getting relatives and friends calling me, and I'm getting so much hate on social media, and at the same time, so much love.
Right.
So it's, tensions are high right now, and it's fair enough.
It depends on your side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're determining, but like we talked before the show started, want to give props to all those.
Yeah. But first of all, let's thank our viewers and our subscribers. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we've been getting some good love. And I'm really excited about you guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, this is the right time to do so.
Yeah, do that.
Even if you don't like us, like there are some people that give us some terrible comments, but at least they give us comments. Now we know what we need to work on. But thank you guys for subscribing. And please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now and follow us on all social media. It's KONVOS Uncensored.
Yep. And just so you know, we're on Spotify and Apple as well.
Spotify, Apple, iHeartMusic, Amazon Music. We're on all podcast platforms. So anywhere you catch your podcast, you can catch KONVOS Uncensored there.
So let's get started. We want to thank you for coming out to vote.
Yes,
right?
Thank you. Thank you, Americans. Thank you, my people. You guys did amazing.
Yep.
And the young people, like I was thrilled with the amount of young people that voted this time.
You saw the breakdown, right?
Yes. The exit polls were just beautiful.
I mean, we were expectant, we were hopeful.
Yeah.
But the result is beyond.
It blew my mind.
It's something else.
It blew my mind.
That 10% of Gen Z came out and said, "This is our guy."
Yeah.
That you took out the time.
So here are the exit. Like the number of 55% of males in America voted for Trump. And 45% of females actually voted for Trump.
And this was the guy they said.
Yes, they said this was the abortion election.
Yeah.
But 45% of guys voted, and females voted for Trump. Then white people, we had 45% of white people vote for Trump. 57% of white people vote for Trump. Then 13% of black people voted for.
Does that include male and female?
Male and female, yeah, that's the percentage. Then
and he had 8% in 2020, so that's some serious growth.
That's some serious growth, yeah. Then Hispanic and Latino, 46%.
Woo!
Those guys showed up, showed out.
And this is what I always say when I say they are so similar to us from Africa.
Yes, they are conservative like Africans.
Exactly.
They are conservative like Africans. They believe in family, they believe in
faith, right? Really?
They believe in, so it's really, they showed up and showed out. Then we had 39% of Asians vote.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Then we had 54% of other races voting. And when we come to the age group, we had from the 18 to 29, we have 43% vote for Trump. That's
that's where we have the
Gen Zs and stuff. Then from 30 to 44, we had 48%.
That's not bad at all.
At all. Then from 45 to 60, we had 54%. And from 65 and over, we had 49%. Then college graduates, we had 42% vote for Trump. And non-college degree, we had 56%.
That's my people! You see, I'm going to pause you right there.
Yeah.
When you're watching this MSNBC or some of, they just keep putting people in different boxes and say non-educated white. And I'm thinking, who made you the mayor of educated and non? How do you classify people? The people who build the businesses that run this economy. Is exactly that class.
That class. The people that ensure that the economy is moving.
Is that class. It's non-college.
Your truck drivers, your Amazon deliveries, your every basic thing we undergo.
They are the non-college graduates.
And that's not to say they don't have some kind of education.
Of course. They're calling them uneducated. I'm like, look at the ego, the pomposity.
Look at the ladies of the View.
Yeah.
Those people are just...
You just feel like
terrible.
Because you went to some Ivy, I don't care what league or school you went to, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Every human being has, this is our country. You make your voice known by voting.
Yeah. And
but that is...
It was beautiful. I like, and this showed that a large degree of Americans are tired of this woke culture.
Yep.
They want their common sense back. They want their common sense. People want practical wisdom.
Yep.
Let's be practical. Let's do things the way it's meant to be done. And I'm super excited that I have faith in America.
And this thing
it's not as bad as
but when you see the which we're gonna get to, by the way, the meltdown, they said they don't have faith. They are so disappointed in America.
A lot of people that were sending me terrible messages and saying I'm stupid, all this. I just tell them, I said, like Trump said, success will unite us. Don't worry that we just entered the golden. We are back.
What are we talking about? Just now that you mentioned that, did I take a screenshot of that? Let me see if I did. I did. So I'm going to read this. This is from, this guy, right? Yeah. Dinesh. Now, he said, the Trump effect, 72 hours after winning the election. First female chief of staff is appointed. NYC to stop giving debit cards to illegals.
Illegals, yeah.
U.S. companies bring production home. Stock market hitting the all-time high.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, the same thing, all-time high. Newest migrant caravan breaking up in Mexico already.
Yeah.
Qatar agrees to evict Hamas, their leaders.
Yeah.
Hamas wants immediate end to war. Taliban.
Yeah. They came and said, now we are ready to negotiate.
Taliban says claims to want new chapter. China wants peaceful coexistence. Russia is ready to speak with the US. EU wants to buy US gas, not Russian gas. Ukraine leaders in talks with Trump.
Just by winning.
There is no... January 20th isn't here yet.
And things are changing.
Now I know the meaning of a new sheriff in town. All these years I didn't know.
Yeah. Because Trump is about the business.
Oh my
They know that someone who has strength is in the White House. Things are about it. We are, like he said, Trump is very particular about his legacy. And this will be his final legacy.
Last 4 years.
Because Trump is
is it 78 right
78,
now?
I think 70 something, yeah. And this is his final run.
Yep.
This is his legacy. And knowing the kind of person Trump is, he wouldn't want to fail. He's going to do everything within his power to get us back.
Said, if there's anything you can hold him on, is everything he said he was going to do in the first term, even though everybody was on him, Russia collusion.
He did quite a lot of it.
He was checking off that list. But the question I have, in a way, to those who are not conservative is, what is wrong with everything I just read off that list that you wouldn't want for the US?
For this US? I don't know.
Now you wholly pass, because some people say...
Now you wholly pass, my brother.
I don't get it. We will be talking election, common sense, religion, everything you're supposed to, exhume as an African, generally as an American. You are mad and telling me, the man is fraud. He had failed businesses. He had multiple wives. I'm thinking, how does someone's personal life and decisions affect? It's like the job you have right now. Do you know the boss you have? Do you know the baggage he has?
You don't.
How does that affect his decision making in his job? This man's policy is literally common sense. And Americans came and gave him a mandate.
And the man gets the job done. It's that simple.
He's shown us before.
He gets the job done.
And you're mad. How dare you? I can't believe when you call yourself a Christian. You remember that guy on the page? It's like Trump is not a Christian. Even if Trump was a Muslim, I don't know if some of... I don't care your religion when your policy aligns with what backs me as a conservative, as a believer. It'll be nice if we believed in the same thing, but America... Politics is a secular game.
But a lot of the so-called people that talk about these Christian values and Christian, he's not this, he's not that, they don't even read the Bible. and no, I'm trying to make a point here.
I know.
Look at all the leaders of the Bible. Which of them they did A lot of them did worse things than Trump.
The other day we're talking, I told you about Moses, right?
Yeah.
The guy that was sent back to go free God's people had killed someone on his way out.
Okay, look at David. Took someone's wife, sent the man out to war, sent some people to kill the man at war so he can keep sleeping with the wife.
Gave him his assassination letter in his hand.
Yes.
The man delivered what?
He delivered his assassination letter
by himself.
By himself.
And that is the man.
That is the man. The Bible said is after God's own heart.
Through him, Jesus, his lineage.
Lineage, that's where Jesus came.
And you are forming now you be Jesus.
Now you be Jesus. Now you be Jesus.
I don't understand. What is it? It's projection. Well, we have to look for a flaw. When we now ask you, what has Kamala done that made her deserve? You can't come up with one.
You can't come up with one.
And you're mad at me for sticking to
and you know, one of my aunties called me today and was saying, hey, why did you put the video you put out on
TikTok? That sounds like my mom who was freaking out.
Why did you put out? At least you should have kept it to yourself. And I'm like, auntie, why should I keep it to myself? It's when America, I have my First Amendment rights. I can say what I want to say. It's
but you see, that's how they had put conservatives in a box.
Yes,
from
they
the
put us in a box.
Don't say it, don't offend people. And everybody just...
And we started talking, like we're having a conversation.
Yep.
And she was saying, oh no, well, I understand why you are, but the Democrats have... And I'm like, auntie, since we're having this conversation, we have already talked about what the bad the Democrats have done. You have not talked about any good they have done. Can you, please... I want to know some of the good.
Yeah, trying to win me over. I'm giving you a chance.
Tell me some of the good they have done. I'm interested in knowing some of the good. She couldn't come up with one. And I'm like, you see what I'm saying? These people champion these are the champion. Yes, it's all these things about. I said, auntie, have you done your research? She said, Trump is KKK. I said, okay, no problem. Have you done your research? How do you know he's KKK?
Is what the media
Have you checked out Biden? Have you checked out all these other people?
The man who literally looked in the camera and told black people, if you don't vote for me, if you don't know between me and Trump who you're voting for.
Even of late, he called us garbage.
You are in black. That man who helped with the bill that put tons of black people in jail. You see, when it's their people, suddenly their history doesn't exist.
Yes, they don't. Yeah, it's when it's Trump and his with our beautiful MAGA movement.
Exactly. Yeah. What is so wrong about making the home you live great?
And you know, like I was talking to somebody, said when I said I'm about the MAGA movement, and he said, tell me a year when America was great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you talk like this is a very myopic question.
But it's a propagandized statement. They always say it in legacy media. When was America ever great? Have you gone out?
The greatness of America is not about the year or the particular. It's about the values, the principles that made America the most admired and desired country in the world. The America that gave us Facebook, that gave us Apple, that gave us Google, that gave us all the beautiful things that is making the world a better place. The America that gave us Tesla, that gave us, you can name them.
That goes about freeing other countries. Funding their liberation.
Yes.
And you're here.
Is that America? Is the principles and the values that bring, that's the greatness of America. And now we're losing those principles because we are talking about the woke culture. We can't even define, they can't even, because I can, they can't even define what a woman is. They can't even define all those, the basic things that you can.
You put someone as a VP and choose her because of her gender and skin color.
Yeah.
So all the qualified women who could have done that job are pushed to the bottom, and then you say, and you make men, again, the person who was saying when was America ever great, sometimes if we wanted to define it with physical things, some of their problem is they've never left the US.
Probably, yeah.
When you go to other nations,
you understand.
I've been in the UK, I've been in France, I've been in Spain, Italy.
Understand.
You realize you'll be like, something is off. You see this thing you're enjoying, this freedom that
America. A friend of mine was telling me, can we? I want to go and live in Nigeria, and I'm like, you are too pampered. You can't even survive.
They don't understand.
Sorry. You can't survive. You have been in this bubble for so long. You don't understand what people.
They don't.
I say you can't survive. I'm like, no, you can't. I say you can't survive. You're not strong enough. When you are complaining in this country,
yes,
you will come and now go to Nigeria and say you can't survive. But what I like is that I see Nigerians come to America and they are successful. I want to understand.
That's because they came from the jungle.
And I'm like, yes, it's because we have been.
Yeah, that's
there was
how
no pampering.
Exactly. We were manufactured there. We showed up to come. This becomes, in a way, I'm not saying the work we do here is not hard work.
Oh no, it is.
But when you were groomed in the fire, and then you come out and they're telling you, oh, the sun is hot, you're wondering, dude, I was just in the fire.
Yes.
So this is
this
AC.
one is AC.
What are you talking about? It's still hot, but compared to where I'm coming from.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't hold water.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the people would melt down. People would. It's still a bit.
Oh, so
early.
Don't we have?
He's not even in office yet, and people are melting down.
But we have that video.
Yeah, we can look at the video of some media meltdown.
Yeah, the legacy. At least we can.
Legacy media melting down, and this is gonna be fun.
After America's voters spoke, well, this.
We need to really take a step back and think about what does that say about us.
People who woke up this morning with a dream and are going to bed with a nightmare.
I'd like to know what that says about us as a country.
I'm mystified in some ways.
My brother, I feel
Who are we as a country?
We are MAGA.
We're starting to find out.
MAGA.
And from what I'm seeing right now, I'm not sure I like it.
You don't have to.
But you
we
can
do.
tell.
And focus with me now.
That was it. But you can tell from the way the guy was speaking, he just sounds like some very weak man.
But the thing is, the woke culture, this woke culture that we have that powers this fake feminism and toxic masculinity, all those, it's killing our society.
They would degrade men because try to make them.
There's this guy that he always says that if you look at how civilization started, how did civilization start? Men had to fight to protect whatever, and instinctively that's what men do. They fight to protect whatever you want. Even at your job, you are fighting. Even if you are not physically fighting, but it's always about a fight to get to to protect your boundary. Men now don't even know how to fight. People don't even know how to fight anymore.
But that's because good life produces weak men. And that weakness would lead to another hardship for another generation. Sure. And this is what we're trying to stop. Because, again, the mental weakness in these generations. By generation, I'm not talking about a certain class or age group. I'm talking about the time we're living in. You hear some men, and you're seeing them on media. This is a grown man. You can see weakness. This man is supposed to be the provider and protector of his family. You're wondering, wow, you like this?
Yeah. It's appalling. And people are blaming misogyny for blame the Latino community for being misogynistic. They say, at least we don't blame men, they're blacks, because it's only 13% that voted. But we are blaming the Latinos because 14% of them voted to Trump and they are misogynistic. And I'm like, no. They realize that conservative family lifestyle is, and they are not happy with people coming over the border. Because they came in legally. They know what they had to go through to come in. They know what they had to fight to get to where they are. And people are just strolling in from the border and causing havoc and giving them a bad name.
Exactly.
So they want to clean up their name.
And that's one thing we have in common with our Latino folks.
Yeah, because
we are very religious. Very important. We have culture where we're coming from. So when we get here, we want to keep... Imagine you being... Again, we grew up with African parents. You have visitors in the house and you just have this child who's running around and, insulting people. Sit down, keep quiet, they won't. When those people leave today...
that child is in trouble.
The child is wondering, but I didn't disobey you. No, but your actions embarrassed
me. Yes.
This is what they don't get.
They don't get it.
And I saw one of those legacy anchors. I think even with that, I'm not going to call him names. The Sharpton who gets paid to appear. Yeah. I don't know what a reverend is. Maybe reverend has another meaning.
Oh, no.
Because that
reverend
man
is just reverend.
He's a race baiter. All he's done is always profit off of black people.
Yeah.
He was there and one of those anchors was just saying crap. And this man goes, yeah, even the Latin people, they don't like black people. And I was thinking in my head, all the white, black race baiting you've done all these years.
Yes.
They want to turn it to Latin versus.
Yeah. Versus
Is
black.
now. I'm like, so you want to turn us against each other because these two groups came out for Trump. Now tell them they don't like each other.
Like it's and himself and Joy. It should be Sadness Reed, not Joy Reed.
Exactly, bro. I love her name. But that woman is a sadist. And how she still has it. If a white woman held that position, she would have been fired.
You know, SMBCs, they're planning to sell it.
Oh, you heard too?
Yeah, she'll be out of a job pretty soon.
But have you heard? There's no company.
Nobody's trying to buy. And you know, they are hemorrhaging money, they are losing money.
Bruh.
So she probably will be out of a job pretty soon.
So I know there are some serious Nigerian or African billionaires who are
please, come and buy.
Come and buy and give us a slot, right?
Give us slots.
Because right now, their business is not really moving. But that would be a step up for us.
Yes.
We'll help them start bringing conservative,
Yes.
Come and buy. And then say, they want to sell jewelry. But can you imagine? You're working at a place. Why you're still there?
They are trying to sell it. It's over for you now.
That one better be setting up a podcast.
Well, enough about the media. And
better get a podcast. You see, we all have our own setup now. Joy, we can bring you. Get your pushback. Yeah,
we like our push. Yeah. Because we'll be a good match for
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna send her an invitation.
Yeah, we should.
Come on the podcast. Come on, visit KONVOS Uncensored. Yeah, that would be really nice. And I wanted to talk about some of the important people that played a pivotal role in getting on this election.
Yep.
There are a couple of them that come to mind, but one of the most important ones, I think, played a very crucial spot in the battleground states.
Charlie!
Shout out to Charlie Kirk.
I'm telling you,
Shout out to Charlie Kirk.
That man.
We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You did so much. and you deserve all the thanks and all the praise you're getting. You did amazing.
If you don't know him, look him up. Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk did an amazing work. We're going to show you a few videos of some of the work he did in the schools.
I'm going to speak to that. He started out Turning Point USA, bringing back conservative values to young people on campuses. Mm-hmm. And when that guy was doing that, I would see some of the events, on YouTube and packed out with young people. Who knew someday it will play a role in getting Trump elected?
Yes.
Young people came out in droves and said, we know this guy. He said the values to us. He painted a picture, and this is where we're headed. And that guy made a difference, which is what we're trying to do now.
Yes.
You can see we are from Africa who are in the US, citizens, but also trying to get this message to our folks. This thing, culturally, where we are from, we're religious folks. And I'm using that word loosely, but just so you can get an understanding of, we're not a godless society.
No,
there are things that happen in America. And what blows my mind is, you come here, you know who you are, but you see these things, you just say, well, this is American people's way. Our face, no. When you keep quiet, they become emboldened. Someday it's going to get to your door.
And you know the funny thing? I'm not saying don't acclimate to the culture, but acclimate to the good part of the culture.
Yes, without losing yourself.
Don't lose yourself. Acclimate to, bring the good part of you and influence them, and take the good part of them.
Yep.
That is how you do it. Like I tell people, when I first moved here, I lived in Utah, and one of the things I learned is cleanliness. People don't throw things out of the window. People don't. But you come to some other states where it has been infiltrated with all the immigrants.
I bet you were throwing initially before you were, because in Nigeria we used to.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm telling you. Some of the things that I learned.
So driver, wind down now.
It's everywhere. But in Utah, I saw how clean the streets were. It's attractive. It's lovely. Your neighborhood is everything is streamed,
You pick
clean.
up that.
You pick up after yourself. People take care of things, and that thing was very attractive to me. I loved Utah for that, and that's one of my favorite cities in America because of how
I've never been.
they were very. And I noticed there were very few black people in that town. I know in the town I lived in St. George, there were about, in my stay, throughout I stayed there, I saw about, at the most, 10 black people.
That looks like that movie, Get Out. we're just joking. I never go into a neighborhood and I'm thinking there's too many white
people. No. I never do that.
It doesn't even cross my
mind. But I just loved it. They were lovely people. Like lovely people.
Americans are amazing people.
Amazing.
All these things you see on the news, and they are just propagandas. Keep them separated. Keep these people in this box and just keep getting their vote by getting them scared.
Somebody, when I was talking about Trump and the win, one of my former classmates said, remember you are a black man. And I'm like, don't reduce me to just a black man. I'm more than a black man.
What is it? So you're now endangered because
And I'm like, no, I'm more than a black man. I have more values. There are certain things that define me apart from the color of my skin.
It's sad. And
why I said that? Because he said, always have that at the back of your mind. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why should I be walking around thinking, oh, I'm a black man,
So in case you're feeling too free,
yes, don't be too free, yes. I don't
just
get it.
Egg the crack in the fry pan and your time is over.
I don't get it. I'm like, nobody has a nobody. If I conduct myself properly, people will take me.
That's why you have a lot. Yeah. Don't find.
There's no rights I don't have. I have every right, just as every other person.
Yep.
The only time that you are being singled out is when you break the law, when you are acting in a way you're not meant to act.
Yeah.
But if you act right, do the things you're meant to do, be an upstanding citizen, nobody's going to trouble you.
Yeah. I mean, you might lose your rights.
People talk a lot of things about policemen. I've never had that experience.
Know your right. Be on the right. Then you would come out.
Yes.
I mean, unless you're Trump, of course.
Okay. Let me give you an instance. People say, maybe I don't want to get too controversial, but sometimes this is uncensored. You gotta say
right.
So, like people say, police stop black men on the road and follow them, whatever. I said, but who breaks the law? You see them you see them cross the red lights. Right. You see them break road rules.
Right.
So why wouldn't they be targeted? They are more likely to be the ones to break the rules.
Yeah. Because
I see people throw out things from the car. It's more likely to be black men.
Yeah.
So why would they not be?
And when you talk like this, you'll be like, oh, these are the coons, people who are they're trying to be accepted by white people. I'm not sure how many white people I know on a personal friendship level or what they can do for me, really. We're not in chains. So I'm not hoping you come as a master. I have a job, you got one, we're just living our lives. I have no need to please you, So while we're giving shout outs and recognizing those, another key person personally I felt was pivotal to this whole win is Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, Elon Musk.
The fact that this man bought Twitter years ago and said free speech has to be saved, that he saw that a sitting president was deplatformed. If it wasn't for Twitter and us getting free flow of information, their strategy was to deplatform conservatives. This election, there will be no fight.
It would have been different. Yes.
I'm telling you.
It would have been totally different. It would have been a total outcome.
We had a playing field because there was a platform where we could still share.
Yes. And freely share.
Yeah. So independent journalism was putting out information and news that people, while legacy media thought they had all the power in the past, now people could get news through other forms. And the charts that came out showed that the divergence between Twitter and legacy media, it was complete night and day.
Yes, it's night and day.
So Elon plus when I heard Elon was in Pennsylvania for 2 weeks.
For 45 days.
Are you
a month and 45 days. He moved to Pennsylvania.
Oh my God.
Permanently. Doing rallies, doing town halls, his super PAC, America PAC, was doing the groundwork.
So he was there for 45 days.
Yes, he was there for 45 days. He was for 45 days.
Elon worked.
He worked. He was on ground.
And that is the richest. Like when I saw that man jumping on, there was this joy and excitement about this. He finally is like saying, I've been on the sidelines. I finally found a free speech is the bedrock of every other right. And this man was fighting for it.
And one of the things that excites me about Elon is he's going to be part of this administration.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
I hope there's no falling out because you know our guy Trump.
There's no falling
Trump
out.
is also he's very strong-willed. He's telling you.
Trump understands what Elon brings to the table.
Good. Let's keep it that way, Trump.
Elon has built some of the best businesses in this world.
Yep.
His brain is out of this world. He's even I was listening to Kevin O'Leary talk about talk about Elon and how he's excited that Elon will be part of this administration to be able to bring down costs in government. Yes.
And the one thing I know about both of them is there's mutual respect between
both of them, yes.
Because Trump didn't get into this race, even in 2016, thinking he was hoping any billionaire person would. He didn't care who liked him and who did not.
Yeah.
He just charted his course. And right before elections, see people like Jeff Bezos, who started saying, okay, I'm not endorsing anybody. Mark Zuckerberg, after he got shot, put a call through.
Yeah. Some
of these people started saying, well, I'm not, even though I'm going to vote a certain way, I'm not going to influence what happens
in this election, yes.
This is as a result
I'm not going to interfere. Because last 2020, they interfered.
Yeah. This is now a man, they now looked at Trump and like, this guy's putting it all on the line.
He has lost money as a result of doing this thing.
Not taking any penny from...
He's going through several court cases and hounding and even his family, trying to jail his family.
Yeah.
Like he's going through a lot and yet he's still fighting.
Yep.
That is someone who loves country.
Yep.
It's a love for country. Yeah.
Who else are we going to thank?
I think Joe Rogan has some things to get for endorsing Trump. Joe Rogan never really endorses anybody.
He's never, but he did endorse, was it the night before? And people were saying it's kind of too late.
I think it was a day before.
Okay.
A day before. And because at that point, Joe Rogan speaks, it was actually more than a day before. A day before because it was after he interviewed Elon.
Right. He now said, for the
Elon,
record
that nobody
Twitter,
has made a case for Trump more than Elon. And because of that,
this is an endorsement.
Right? Yes. But I think that moved the needle in a lot of places, especially with men.
Well, I did appreciate the fact because for a long time, he kept saying, I don't want Trump on my show. You know, he felt like he was held by those same people who are trying not to offend the rest of, that woke group.
And the exit polls showed that men showed up. So
I think over time, he opened his show and said, I'm going to open it to both of you. And when you see the views they got from just that one interview, that 3 hour between, and he also did with JD Vance, right?
Yeah, he did with JD Vance as well.
I mean, if you won't even respect the people you want to rule over or lead and show up to talk about what you're
trying to do.
The woman didn't even show up. She was giving conditions, come to DC.
And the Joe Rogan show already had a format. And that is why we love it the way it is, because we like those long conversations. We want to be able to feel out the people and feel like we know them.
Yep.
And she didn't even show up. But also, I think the other people that I really want to thank is the podcast community.
Oh,
Aiden Ross, the Flagrant show.
Yeah, that's the what's that guy's
what's
name?
this other one? The Nelk Boys.
Yeah.
All the podcast communities that had Trump come in and talk.
People like Megyn Kelly, Candice, all these
Owens,
people, they were
BBD.
Oh my God, they were on top of it. Their audience were constantly.
The Daily Wire too.
Yes.
The Daily Wire, they were on top of it.
They were this is the new media that I heard one of these commentaries on, was it on CNN? Someone, I can't remember where, was saying that while they were still thinking Joe Biden, they said Republicans were running circles around us. We didn't even know what they were about until results came out. Because look at it really. Republicans were not on legacy media.
No.
Trump did one debate.
Two debates.
I mean, with Harris.
Oh, with Harris, yeah.
Right.
One debate, yeah.
That was legacy media.
Yes.
They said, come back. He said, I'm not interested.
I'm not doing even your interview.
Exactly. So it's not like Trump was on, he didn't do 60 minutes. All the traditional
Yet we dominated legacy media too.
Exactly. Because with the...
Because of us, she started doing podcasts.
Exactly. Right. Dude was doing garbage truck, was doing McDonald's.
Yeah.
He was on the news rotation every time. But
he won the day every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
But he wasn't there to use it like it was used in the traditional sense. Yeah. So now it's part of what for those who are calm enough to want to reflect, because some of them, there's so much finger pointing. We'll show you some videos of how some are saying if Biden had dropped out early, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Some said Harris was just the most horrible candidate they've ever had. Others said they ignored the people who were talking about.
Some said she ran the most amazing campaign ever.
I heard the biggest joke. I've not verified this information, so don't quote me. I heard Harris ran $1 billion campaign and ended up in debt.
20 million debt, I heard that.
So,
too. Yeah, it's on the news.
Well, bro.
$1 billion campaign and they ended up in debt.
Bro.
Because you know all the celebrities that they were bringing, they were paying them.
I'm sorry. Do you understand what we're talking about right now?
You know,
I thought
she couldn't feel the crowds, so she needed the celebrities to feel the crowd. And she paid them money.
But I thought they believed.
Believed in?
The vision.
No, they want money. What are you talking about? That's why they have lost their voices.
See, J-Lo that I used to like him.
All those people, I heard they were all paid.
There was this Megyn Kelly video that was going viral where she was talking about the Biggest Losers. And J-Lo said, "You matter! You matter!" I've watched that video like Megyn Kelly.
You know why I like Megyn Kelly? She gives it to you like she's just amazing. I can't wait to be on. I can't wait to be invited on the Megyn Kelly.
We have to go. Yeah, someday.
Pretty soon, someday. Yeah. It's one of the shows I want to talk
We should mention her and say, hey,
please.
Yeah, because we have perspective of the African immigrant side of things that we think would.
I would. We'll get on Megyn Kelly show pretty soon.
That thing was like Jenna said, "You matter." It was so funny, but it's the truth. Just look at this celebrity. How do you run $1 billion campaign and end up in debt? That's not even happening. Trump didn't get. Maybe he got a quarter of that.
Yeah.
But to end up in debt, Republicans did this because they believed in it. I think we might want to research. Was Hogan paid? Was Dana White? Was Elon paid? People came in. Exactly.
Because the Trump campaign didn't even have all that.
Trump's name posed crowds the whole place.
The campaign didn't have money. That's why they left the groundwork to third parties like the American PAC, Charlie Cake. They all did the groundwork. It wasn't the Trump campaign that did the groundwork because they didn't have the money. So they used their money mostly for ads. Putting ads and organizing the rallies. But the ground campaign was done by outside people. And so, the lady that had $1 billion raised $1 billion in less than 3 months.
It's never
happened. And they ended in debt.
It's never happened.
Crazy. Like, I don't know. That's to show you that it was a badly run campaign. It wasn't a good run campaign. Because if it was excellently run, how do you end up in debt?
But if for the campaign and the spending, of course it was badly. But the core of losing the election wasn't even tied, regardless of who they were going to pick.
It wasn't tied
this time, because Americans had something to compare with Trump's 4 years. And they could tell, under this guy, last time, life was better.
Yeah, it was.
So,
you know, one of the things that my issue is they haven't really, during the election, their messaging was wrong. Trump is a fascist, and we're running an abortion campaign. We are.
There's nothing else. It's just Trump.
They started with joy.
Yeah.
Then from joy they moved to.
They said vibe.
Trump is weird. He's all serious.
Yeah.
He's unhinged.
Yeah.
Then from Trump is unhinged and they changed
Hitler,
to Trump is now a Hitler. He's a fascist. They had no message.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Trump was concentrating.
Policy,
inflation is killing you.
Yeah.
We'll fix it. Economy is bad. We'll fix it. Immigration is terrible. We'll fix it. Crime is bad. We'll fix it. The issues that matter to people, and these people were just demonizing Trump. Yeah,
and that's policy.
When they could have concentrated, made their message based on the good things that they were doing. Yeah. And you know, one of the things I heard that the Trump campaign said one of their biggest, the response to their ads, the biggest one was the one where they talked about a trans thing, where she was looking for people in jail.
Yeah,
that had made the biggest move for them.
I won't be surprised if that also moved our Latino people.
Yeah, that's also, they said that's made their biggest move. And they said, Bill Clinton advised the campaign, you guys have to respond to this.
What would they respond with, though? My brother, they pushed this
But they
agenda.
actually believe in it. That's why they refuse to respond.
But she was on camera talking about it, though.
Yeah, but she switched, she switched around a lot of our policy beliefs.
But that's what...
okay, switch around on this one. But
no, you can't. Even some of the people, when they were interviewing them on the street and say, why did you vote MAGA? Even those that were non-Republicans, they said, she was saying, one of the women said, we felt like she was saying what we wanted to hear. There was no truth in it because she already took a different stand. People don't just change like that. She was like, look at me, I can't just change like that. What I believe is what I believe. So we felt like she was lying.
And even if you said you changed, you didn't convince us why you changed.
Trump win. Exactly. There was no
reasons why you changed. No back into why you changed.
It was all lies, bro. I'm just glad, again, there is no better time to be an American. To see, and I hope, right, that some people will say, we hope Democrats stay the way they are. No, I don't.
I want them to change.
I want them to come back to being moderate.
Yes.
Get rid of that leftism they have going on and wokeness.
Because somebody said something that...
Because that's the reason where...
Conservatives can meet them in the middle.
Yeah.
If they come to a common sense.
And the middle is the common sense. Trump is not even running on conservative values. Right now,
because if we move the conservative values...
Then we'll be talking about Project 2025.
Yes, no.
That is conservative.
That is conservative, yes. I like Project 2025.
When I read it, I was like, this is what the problem is.
It's not a problem.
And Trump is not even... So, common sense now is the middle.
It's the middle.
These guys are not even
in the middle.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think you guys, again, stick with us.
Yeah, I think, these people made a good influence on my life too. The Cartier family, they were good. I watched
really? I used to see their videos.
I watched a lot of their videos. They're actually one of the people I watch every day.
Oh, really?
Because I like that they are very young people
and they were also liberals.
Before, they were liberals at some point that switched to, So they were one of the podcasts. But the podcast community, you guys did your thing. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys. You guys were some of the reasons why we're inspired to start this.
Exactly.
So that we can be able to reach out the immigrant community in this country, and especially the African immigrants.
Yep.
And, be able to talk to them and get them to see why.
Yep.
The conservative way, and the conservative is the common sense way to live.
Yep.
And it is what has always made our societies better, and it will keep us better. So I can't thank them enough. I can't thank Elon, Charlie Kirk.
Shout out to everybody who...
You guys are the MVPs of this election.
And to those I spoke to personally, try to convince before the election, at least I found out 2 of them did vote for Trump. So shout out to you.
Shout out to you. Then shout out to Americans.
Yeah,
you guys showed up and showed out.
Yeah, they came through.
And we had a landslide victory.
Yeah.
We gave him a mandate. And
exactly.
Now, I was thinking about it today, thinking about what we're going to do at this podcast today. And I'm like, I want to tell, especially the Christians out there who were praying for Trump to win.
Oh, yeah.
It's not time to stop the prayers.
No, don't.
This is actually the time to really begin to pray. Because we have given this man a mandate. And if we want him to succeed, the Bible says we should pray for all men, especially our leaders.
Our leaders, right.
So it is now time to keep praying for this guy. Because he has a mandate. He has said the things. He has made some real good. Like he said, his motto is promises made, promises kept.
Right.
And so we got to pray that God will help him, grace him to be able to keep the promises that he has made. So it boils down. So if you believe your prayers got him elected, your prayers can keep him there and get him to do what is right by the American people.
Fulfill it, right.
Yeah. So that's my shout out to Christians out there. Keep praying, don't stop praying. We got this. We just entered the golden age. I believe it, and I have faith in this country. Yeah.
And for viewers, keep engaging with our content. Follow us, subscribe, and we appreciate the back and forth. Honestly, it doesn't annoy us. And for those who are trolling, thinking, no, we're praying for everybody to come to the knowledge of the truth.
Yes.
But if you come at us with false information, my guy, we'll give it back. You can see some of his replies.
Oh, yeah. I'm the reply guy. I'm the reply guy. I'm down to reply. Yes. I'm down to engage. So please keep it coming. We will engage. We will talk. And and when I engage, we always discuss the engagement.
Yeah.
Because he's right now he's more busy than me, so I give him more attention. So please keep bringing in the comments and everything. We'll engage. We'll talk. there's a form on our Instagram page. You can reach out, ask some questions, give us some questions, give us some feedback. We're open to all that. On our YouTube, give us some feedback. On Spotify, comment. On wherever, all our platforms, comment, and we'll reach out to you because we love you guys. We love America. We love all you guys, and there's no hate from where we come from. We come from a place of respect and love, and so
and not Diddy love, just God's love.
So you guys. Keep it coming, and we love you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of KONVOS Uncensored.
Okay.
Bye for now.
We out.
Yeah.